Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me again on my YouTube channel. I just really wanted to talk to you today about a show that I really love that I have watched for the past two seasons. It's an NBC show, but I always watch the show on Hulu, and I'm sure that you can still find it there. This show that I love so much is called Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist. And especially if you were a fan of the show Glee that came on several years ago. If you liked the musical aspect of the show, you would really love Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist because I feel like Glee was a great show. I watched it every season that it was on. But in terms of like production value, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is just a lot better. You have more numbers that are better choreographed. You have a bigger cast of characters that are dancing around. It's a lot more like Broadway. But the songs are all varied. They do a lot of like R&B songs that they re-sing and hip hop songs and pop songs and rock songs that they sing throughout the series. And just to let you know, I'm talking about this show right now because it got canceled. It's not going into season three. There's season one and there's season two of the show. And I just wanted to do a video about the show because I did enjoy it so much. I felt like it was a very serious at times show, but like overall, it was very fun and joyful. And I personally always felt really good when I watched the show. And as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for any number of time, you know that I wrote the book, The Secret of Life Through Screenwriting, How to Use the Law of Attraction to Structure Your Screenplay, Create Characters, and Find Meaning in Your Script. So I'm all about finding the meaning of life through movies and through television and through books and just through storytelling in general, just kind of figuring out how to go about this journey called life, figuring out how to be happy and to have a happy life and how to deal with the things that life throws at us. And the reason why I like Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist so much is because if you know anything about the background of the show was created by Austin Winsberg. I've actually never heard his name said. I've only read it in print. So it looks like it's spelled, the way it's spelled, it looks like it's pronounced Winsberg, but it might be Weinsberg. But he's the creator of the show. And on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist in season one, I have to look at the name of this neurological disease that her father has in season one. It's called progressive supranuclear palsy. And the abbreviation for that disease is PSP. And when someone has that disease, they cannot move at all. And they cannot move and they can't talk and they can't communicate. So the premise behind Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is in the pilot episode, Zoey is a little scared that she may actually also have this disease that her father has. She's been having some weird things happen to her. So she goes to get a CAT scan. And when she's in the CAT scanner, the guy that is doing the procedure is like playing music. And while she's in the CAT scanner machine, there's like an earthquake or something. Like you guys, I am basing this off of from watching the pilot 2 seasons ago. So if I get some of the details, the nitty gritty details wrong, please don't kill me. But I'm basing this off of what I remember from the episode, like actually 2 years ago. So there's an earthquake while she's in the CAT scanner machine getting her head scanned. And after that, she's able to hear the innermost feelings and thoughts of people around her when they have a very profound and deep feeling. So when people are feeling something highly emotional, she hears them sing a song. And usually it's a pop song, rock song, R&B song, hip hop song, whatever. It's a song that, most people watching the show would recognize. But Zoey, her character, and Zoey is played by Jane Levy. Her character is a computer coder, and her character is not really into music that much. So when she starts hearing these heart songs, they're songs that she's unfamiliar with. So in her building, across the hall from her, there's a DJ, and the DJ is played by the lovely Alex Newell, who was also a character from Glee. towards the later seasons of Glee. And he is just an amazing singer. Like I just love every performance that he does. And his character is very nuanced and very well developed as well, because his character is basically a trans character, but he hasn't like he still goes by the pronoun he, but he dresses as a woman and is happier dressed as a woman and wearing wigs and all that kind of stuff. And Zoey and the character that Alex Newell plays is named Mo. So Zoey and Mo, like over the course of the series, they become best friends, and I love that storyline too. But then on the other hand, Zoey's dealing with this very rare disease, PSP, which renders her father immovable. He can't move, he can't talk, can't speak, can't communicate. But every now and then, Zoey will hear her father sing a heart song, and it's the only way that she knows what he's feeling or what he's going through. So the majority of season one is about her family dealing with this, because her father was such an active person and had such a robust life. And now he can't move, he can't speak. And a lot of the show is kind of a little heavy because they're dealing with this disease that her father has. But overall, the show is very hopeful and very joyful. And of course, you know, a show wouldn't be a show without some love interests. And Zoey has two. She has two love interests played by the wonderful Skylar Astin. You will be familiar with Skylar Astin if you are a fan of Pitch Perfect. And it's funny because like I watched Pitch Perfect and I liked the movie. Of course, I really liked the movie, but I wasn't like a huge Skylar Astin fan. But I feel like he grew up a lot and he got older and he got a little more handsome. And like I feel like I like him a lot better on Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist than I did in Pitch Perfect. I don't know. And then Zoey's other love interest is played by the very handsome and talented John Clarence Stewart, who plays one of the guys that works in marketing, like the marketing director at her company, named Simon. And so season one, she has these two love interests, and she's dealing with the neurological disease of her father. I'm not going to say what happens at the end of season one because I do want you to watch the series. Like the series is only 2 seasons. So it's 2 seasons, but it's like a network show. So there may have been close to 20 episodes the first season, and quite a few more episodes in season 2 than you get with a season of a streamer like Netflix or HBO Max or anything like that. So she has these two love interests, Simon and Max. That's interesting. And I will say for season 2, they did something that I'm glad they did. I'm glad they decided to do this since the show is not getting to season 3. She gets to kind of date each of them in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, but like explores her relationship with each of these people. And I love that. I love that she actually got a chance to be with them because, you know, I'm like, one week it's like, am I team Max or my team Simon? Because they're both just like really good guys and maybe a good match for her in a different way. I feel like by the end of season 2, I kind of had a preference over who I wanted her to be with. I will not say what that preference is because you can form your own opinion when you watch it. But I really encourage you to check it out. I think, like, I know that Mandy Moore, and when I say Mandy Moore, I'm talking about the choreographer, Mandy Moore. You'd be familiar with Mandy Moore if you watch any of the oh my goodness, I can't remember that show. That show that was produced by the same people who produced American Idol, but it was like the dance show. So You Think You Can Dance. Yes, yes, yes. So the show is So You Think You Can Dance. Mandy Moore is one of the producers for Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist, but you'll recognize her as one of the choreographers that used to be on So You Think You Can Dance a whole lot. So that in itself, you know, there's like amazing choreography that you get to see every week in every episode. So I really, really, really encourage you to check out Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist. It's a very great show. It deals with like heavy issues because even in season 2, the character who plays her sister-in-law is dealing with like postpartum depression. And, you know, like I love how they deal with very serious issues that we deal with in real life, but they do it in a lighthearted way where you have hope and you have joy at the same time. And like my whole brand is centered around like storytelling, being able to help people cope with life. And if any show does that, Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist definitely helps you kind of learn how to get through trauma, how to learn how to deal with like illnesses, like chronic pain, like not like chronic illnesses that could be fatal. That's not something that you see people deal with every day in real life, and it's not something you definitely don't see people deal with it every day on television. So I really want you to check out this show. If you're going through anything like that, if you're going through a chronic illness, if you're going through something that is a rare illness and you are losing a lot of your freedom or your way of life and your family is like going through it with you, like check out the show, because you might be able to, something from the show might be able to resonate with you. And for me, I always love hearing singing and dancing. My last video was about In the Heights. Well, yeah, my last video like a couple weeks ago was about In the Heights. I'll put the link for that video in this video too, because if you like musicals, you'll like In the Heights. And so check out that video as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it opened your eyes to a show that you may not have heard about or may not have had a chance to watch. If you did like this video, please like it, share it out with your friends, and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Again, I'm Joy Sherelle Brown. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys later.